Nice. It's hot outside. Unfortunately, that also means it's hot inside. My AC is fighting for its life right now to keep up. And it's not doing its best. So I'm toasty. So if you catch me looking sweaty, just know that I know. Trust me, I know. So last time we finished up the waist, mostly. Torso's complete. That's pretty cool looking. I do like that. Not a ton of surface detail, but this is overall an older kit. A lot of the appeal really is in the bulk of it. We'll figure it out as we go. See what else we can add to it down the line. Hello, microphone. You're a little close. Let's adjust you. Okay, that's actually a pretty good angle. I like this. Okay, runners. I forgot, I was chastised for not having a runner organizer, and I just looked over and caught sight of my stack of runners again. It's a problem. Center that boy. I need A1, I need B1, I need A2 and B2. And then I'll also need J1 and J2. That's it, okay. Doesn't look like we need any polycaps, so we're good there. Wrong color A1. Nice. Okay. Echo, you win! You're the first! You get a big old hand. Look at that. Yay! Congratulations. Somebody showed me some Nintendo codes for the congratulations Shinji clap for Final Fantasy XIV. And, I despise it. I can't believe it actually exists. Oh, dang it. I didn't grab the bees. This heat is dealing some real damage to me. I'm struggling. Also, I'm assuming you're familiar with the game Grumps. with I'm the #1 video game boy. Yeah, you okay, I just caught line 2, damn it. I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins. Aaron Hansen and Randomly Mulligan are my spirit animal parents. I love them. I got to see Aaron and Danny perform live once, and I will never forget that. They're just as chaotic in person as you would expect. Currently clipping out some parts for the hips, because these hips are sworn under oath. They cannot lie. And you know it because they're dummy thick. 19, 20, and 21. Ooh, lucky, lucky. That would be so cool. Are they going on tour again soon? I must not have been paying attention. I say they. It's probably just Dan. Let go of my nippers. Let go. Damn. There we go. There we go. It's all off of that one. I missed an opportunity by not seeing Starbomb performing live. That seems like a lot of particular fun, because they were I loved it. It wasn't great though, was it? Yeah. No, that was a neat catch. These are new, and I'm still breaking them in, but they feel like they're catching, which makes me think they are just a little bit. Using the edge of one of the Lysol wipes I have sitting by my desk right now, wiping it off, seeing if they're kind of being thickened up by something that's on there. So, I think I showed them off last week. I stopped by an Oriental market with a friend and his family. And I scooped up some chips called O-tubes, I believe they were. Yep, O-tube. O exclamation point tube. I think I love them. Jalapeno and cheddar. Kind of absolutely my jam. Vastly superior to the jalapeno flamin' hot Cheetos. Microphone. How are we gonna do this, buddy? I'm gonna get right up on you. We're gonna get real close. I caught myself with my God hand nippers for the first time. Shishito pepper chips. Okay, so here's the problem right now. I don't know what shishito is, but I know that shishi is pea. Like, hey yo, Kasan, I got a shishi. Now we all know languages are contextual. And adding more to something changes the meaning. But it looks a lot to me like you got some PP pepper chips. Oh, okay. See, there you go. Knowledge is power or something, right? PP pepper chips. Yep. Heck yeah. I think I've mentioned it before, but different types of plastic have different levels of hardness, brittleness, softness, what have you. That yellow plastic and this blue plastic are extremely tough. So trying to carve down some of the nub marks before I sand them is proving to be difficult and leaves us at risk of gouging the plastic. And that is no good. So I just have to be exceptionally thorough when I'm sanding it down and when I'm shaving them like this. I don't like that. I kind of want this to be brainless, but this removes a bit of that zen from it. I'm also looking at these. It's, you know, basically 3 parts of plastic, 4 total for the whole hip ammunition holder. Which means when I paint it, I'm going to have to mask a whole bunch, and masking is the worst. Because masking takes time. And if it were more pieces, smaller pieces, I could just grab the airbrush and hit it. But I can't. Not like this. Carve that down. Come on. There we go, buddy. The TR-1 Hazel has all the cool toys. I don't know why it's called the Hazel. Just thought about it. I really need to do a little more research. Oh no, an excuse to read up on Gundam lore. Started watching Gundam Wing again from the beginning for a friend who'd never seen it. And for myself, because I haven't really watched it since it came out way back when. And man, Hiroyui really tries to absolutely detonate himself like so many times right out the gate. That boy was a millennial vibe. But we were watching that while putting together some of the decks we were thinking about with the new Gundam card game. That was fun. One day. Honestly, you watch like 4 episodes of Gundam Wing, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Actually, I think it happens in the first episode for the first time even. Yeah. I'm down for throwing together a Gundam watch party. I can't say most other people will be down, but these parts are going to take longer than I want to sand down. But this is the inevitability of wanting to perfect my builds. I've grabbed one of my new fresher steady files for this, just because they have a little more bite right out the gate, and that's what I want. Yeah, I think we could easily like get everybody into watching some Gundam with not the newest show, but the one that came out before it, which for Mercury. It's 25 episodes total, comes in 2 halves. I'm more than happy to arrange something like 2 to 3 episodes a night, you know? Do an hour of watch party once a week. I just gotta see if I can source it without any issues. Nice. I tore open a model from Gundam Wing as well last night at work. Night before. That I ordered while talking with Peachy from our free company. And it's so easy to forget that you go from like a large-scale perfect grade model or even a full-size master grade model like this to building a master grade SD. You know, it's small boy with good detailing. And it's so fast because whenever I need to sand something, there's such little surface area to work with. So in 2 nights of casually working on it, I'm almost done, and I feel a little sad about it. But that means I get to work on more of the log, so that's a good thing. I also might need to throw up a poll on the Discord and see what people are interested in seeing built next. Hey, how's it going, Raver? I have a couple perfect grades I've acquired recently. I've got some master grades that I'm really interested in seeing assembled. And I've got some other fun small stuff, some of it wildly unserious. Some cool, you know, P-Bandai or Gundam-based limited edition models. We'll see what people want to see. And maybe we'll do that next. That's fantastic. That is exactly what I want this stream to be. An excuse for people to sit down and work on something they want to work on, while everybody's just vibing. This is the way. I was worried about the blue parts because I talked about how kind of tough and hard they were before sanding, but the steady files seem to be going through them pretty quickly, so that's nice. The yellow, though, is just as tedious as I was expecting. A little too tough. What's the kit you're working on, Raver? Yeah! Oh, so I may still have a Sengoku Astray that I started working on like 5 years ago. Never finished it. I got through most of the upper body. And then I stopped because I realized, same as before, there's a lot I want to do to this kit, but I don't have the patience for it now, or the ideas. But you know, I love the Astray. The Sengoku Astray is way too cool. So I will hit that one down the road. So you'll have to show off your progress in the Discord channel server. Yeah, this is going about how I expected. Nice and steady. Hey, that's funny. They're called steady files. Check that out. Yeah, Mina, if you want to see about throwing together that watch party, you pick the dates and times and we can make it happen. And if you want, we can start with the original series, which provides a lot of context for other shows, even if they're not the same kinds of timelines. Or we can start with something more accessible, like I mentioned before, with Witch from Mercury. Mean Girls. I've never seen Donnie Darko. I don't know if I've ever sat through an entire showing of Mean Girls either. I think these are both stripped already. Oh, no, we're getting a bit more out of this one. Okay. I haven't even sanded this. Jumped the gun, really. Hey, how's it going, Seth? So, you say Donnie Darko, and my brain immediately hops to Little Nicky, and I see Adam Sandler's face, because I have no context whatsoever. And in the back of my head, I get a different association of, you know, V for Vendetta. I have no idea when that movie came out. I don't know what it's about. So I guess if we're gonna watch it, I'll have to join. I kind of figured, Mine. Nice, got it. Transitioning straight from Adam Sandler to Donnie Darko. Interesting. Okay. Mina, I feel like he's calling you out right now. Shots fired. Everybody throw hands behind the school parking lot. Underneath the flagpole at lunch. Where'd you got that guy? Come on. Okay. I've watched it so many times in the past year, really since it came out, but while I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about the music from Suzume, and now I want to watch Suzume again. So I think that's what I'm doing tonight. What is an A24 film? I've heard the phrase before, but I don't know that I understand. I am, as they say, ignorant. I don't know much about films in general. Cinematography isn't my thing. I watch too much anime. Interesting. I thought it was a film show for some reason. I'm glad I asked. Trying to get every last bit out of this sanding sponge as I can. For no particularly good reason other than waste not, want not, because God knows I have enough of this stuff. Was it a wrist piece, Raver, or was it something in the middle of the cockpit? Because those two are generally my bane. Nice. Heck yeah. Sounds good. Oh, I don't have any Red Bull right now, and I'm struggling. That's rough. Okay. This is going to go like this. That's going to stick out like that. Oh, you must be kidding if that's the only attachment point. That's so tiny. Wow, okay. I don't know what Swiss Army Man is either. Let's see this picture. Oh, yeah. If you don't have those perfectly filed down and you're pushing them in from the front, they get problematic, absolutely. Those clear pieces can be a problem. Oh, I see what it's saying here. Okay. So this one will go in the other way around. We're going to make sure we clear off that little bit of nub left so it's as tight as it can be when it hits the waist. Because these things have such a small surface area to connect with. That's absolutely insane. Okay. Oh, I fully just missed a part to build. That's actually really funny. Where is it? It's just 2 parts to cut out. Okay. I need A1, 18, and 18. Make sure we've got the right A runner. We do, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, it sounds like we already have a watch party planned, so that'll work out. Good night, bot. Why would you do this, Bandai? They have a nice flat area right here to attach a nub to, and instead what they've done is they put it on that tiny little slope right there. Thanks, guys. Wild design choice. That's got a gouge in it. I wasn't careful enough and this white plastic is brittle. Oh, the bane of older model kits. We're gonna have to eat into this one to get it nice and smooth. You know what? It's been half an hour. Drink water. I'm really torn, Ake. That's a great question. I don't love how thick the cards are, but if the excuse for the cards being as thick as they are, I just realized my stream title is absolutely incorrect right now. Ava wasn't here to save me. So let me correct that, and then I'll keep rambling on about it. There we go. Okay. My cards are in my backpack right now because we were messing with them at work. They are really nice art-wise. The foiling on it is some of the coolest that I've seen in any TCG, to include like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, things like that. They've got a lot of really cool variant arts. I'm a huge fan. And just opening the packs and living through that nostalgia again, like, oh my god, I remember when this scene happened in the, Gundam Wing show, or I remember seeing this in that movie, or going through all of those moments again was a lot of fun. The card stock is like really thick, obviously not like this, but it's extremely noticeable. That's not necessarily a downside, if that means they get to get the quality they want and the cool foiling and everything they want onto a card, by all means. I plan on making a small diorama with a couple of the cards for, matching models. I'm very excited to do that. I think the cards will be great for that because of how thick they are. I don't have any real complaints other than, why is it so thick? The card games itself is, super simple and really easy to get into. And if you're interested, I recommend hitting your LGS and scooping up one of the starter decks for, should be like $15, and unfortunately they're going for $25 because of supply chain issues. But yeah, I mean, get into it. Maybe even see if somebody else who, like me, already has all the starter decks and is willing to loan you one to try it out and learn the game. It's a good time though, 100%. If you haven't played a TCG since, Yu-Gi-Oh! And 06, 100%, this will be extremely simple to get back into. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Raver, when you guys do, let me know which decks you get and how you guys like it. What models have you been working on, Ake? And on the topic of decks, it's worth noting, if you care at all, okay, dang, I gotta finish one thought at a time here because I'm a little tired still. If you want 4 copies of certain cards that are in the starter decks, you need to buy 2 starter decks. Cards that are in the starter decks don't come in booster packs at all, and vice versa, cards that come in the booster packs aren't in the starter decks at all. I've used some of my starter decks combined with cards that I pulled, and I put together a really fun Kshatriya Unicorn Gundam deck, which I've been loving running. Filing is supreme, Raver. I love it so very much. Ake, welcome to Mecha and to anime. There are good shows out there, there are bad shows out there. Watch what you enjoy and form your own opinions. But if you ever want opinions, this is a safe place to ask. We will obliterate anything that you care about with love and kindness. I think Evangelion has a lot to provide to the world. I hate that show. The Master Grade Barbados makes me extremely happy for you because that model is one of my favorite of all time. The MGSD Barbados is also one of my favorite of all time. The Barbados is way cooler than it has any right to be. If you haven't watched Iron-Blooded Orphans yet, that's next on your list, my friend. And if you're susceptible to feeling emotions and you don't want to be sad, then I take it back, don't watch IBO. Show's really good, though. Actually, damn, that's one we should have our free company watch. I want to love the Lupus Rex because I'm a huge fan of the lupine appearance. But I just love the base Barbados. Okay, so you've seen every series. Okay, so you've already seen like Mobile Suit Gundam, and you've watched them recently, so a lot of it's going to be really fresh in your head. That's awesome. Once you've watched GQX Egg, you know, I stream on YouTube Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. Central to 8 p.m. Central. So about 40 minutes ago to about an hour and 20 minutes from now. Watch GQX at your leisure. Come back to me and discuss, because I have opinions and I want an outside viewpoint on said opinions. But I also want to make sure that we don't spoil anything for anybody that hasn't watched it and intends to, so we'll figure it out once we get there. Sounds good. I usually do 2 to 3 nights a week, but I'm here every week, so take your time and we'll chat about it once you have wrapped it all up. Loaded request indeed, Seth. I'll be here to start a war. I tried to watch 86, and I think I made it a few episodes before I kind of burned out. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Seth. Hey guys, why don't you hang out and chat amongst yourselves for a couple minutes? I'll be right back. Seth, you don't know how right you are. I may have just made a catastrophic mistake, guys. I'll post a picture on the Discord here in a little bit, probably once we finish up, of what my model room looks like. There's a lot going on. It is a whole wall in a bedroom of models. Sorry, I'm catching my breath because I've done something not so smart. I fished out a model and I was going to grab a second one, but in pulling this one out, I prepped a minefield. Things just stacked up in such a precarious way that I'm listening very closely right now because there's a non-zero chance we hear the sound of like $2,000 hitting the floor any second. But I'm not willing to go back there and confront it or face it or do anything about it because I don't think it can be undone because there's a nice little sag now in the stack and I can't get anything underneath it again. So I shifted over another model kit to kind of offset it, you know, some of the perfect grades that are load bearing. Anyway, yeah, no, 100%. Who needs a rerun when you've already got it? This box is huge, baby. I can't wait. I'm so excited. The downside is I have to order another LED kit because I have one already loaded in my original Perfect Grade Unicorn, which was kind of the second model I built when I got back into the hobby. And I want to do it justice this time around, even more so, which is why I've been holding on to this thing. This is heavy. This is legitimately like... call it a 15-pound box? I could absolutely bludgeon somebody that was unsuspecting with this. Unfortunately, that somebody that I'm going to bludgeon with it is probably going to be me. Oh, the Crystal Unicorn Gundam, that nice lime green, so cool. And you're so right, Ake. Everything in the model room is both destroyed and perfectly intact until I go look. So if I just never go back into the model room again, actually, we're good. Oh, so all the Perfect Grades do have handles because they are larger boxes, but that one is exceptionally chunky. That is the second largest model box. No, it's the third largest model box I own. I have the high-grade Neo Zeong, and that's the size of a child. And then just above that one, I also have the high-grade Dendrobium, which is huge. Dummy thick. It's so cool. People are like, oh, look, my child. You know, this is my baby. And I'm like, my models are bigger than your baby. Have them fight. The Neo Zeong is really cool. Unfortunately, I have the Neo Zeong 2, the white one. I really want the red one. Coughed and just caused a small explosion of saliva. The red Neo Zeong, the Neo Zeong 1, is problematic to acquire. It sells out so fast. I have an Ake. It is on my list, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Macross and Pat Labor, I don't know how it's pronounced. Those are also both on my list. There are a lot of shows that I really haven't watched, which is funny because like I go, oh, I'm, Gundam. I haven't seen all the Gundam shows either. I haven't seen most of the Gundam shows, but I'm really into what I'm into. So I need to keep working through my list, which is what we're doing at work, you know, as I work my midnight shifts. Hey! That's not bad. I really like the silhouette of this thing. It's a very cool design. Oh, I will, like. I generally watch everything in release order when I can spare it. It's serving mech. It's giving vibes. What are the vibes? Giant robot. Okay. Hit pieces acquired and assembled. We are now going to build the extra manipulators on the front, also known as unnecessary additional grabby hands. Snip, snip, snip. You guys, I pulled out that Perfect Grade Unicorn Perfectibility. I can't put it back now without recruiting help. It may actually just sit out. And I may just build that next because I don't want to put it back now. I think that's what's happening. GQX is not getting a second season. And I don't know that it's supposed to be a setup for any future shows. GQX is... Listen, Egg. Go watch it and get back to me. Because I want to get real vocal about stuff, but I can't. Not yet. If it is, I don't see how. That's all I'll say for now. No, that's not true. I do see how, and I get what they could do with it. I truly hope that's not the case. That's what I'll say. I want GQX not to be the foundation for future shows. You're so right, Raver. The Hazel Owsla has so many arms that it's a master manipulator. And that's funny. I would be down for a Calamity War series if it was like a micro series. I think IBO leaves enough open-ended questions that it has... mystery is good, I guess is what I want to say. Right? Sometimes it's nice not to have all of our questions answered. But a little bit of what if would be fun. Like, we already know the Macrosius exists, but it only shows up in a mobile game. Give me a show. I'll take that, you know? I'm very proud of you, Seth. That was good. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Do we use part 8? It starts getting a little convoluted here. Should be fine. Snip, snip. Origin is a really fun series because it was a beautiful homage to, hey, that's my Gundam, you know, my OG, with a nice touch of modern animation. And in the same vein, the movie we got for Kukuru's Doan's Island was a lot of fun. That original... If you guys don't know anything about Kukuru's Doan's Island, Mobile Suit Gundam had an absolutely infamous issue with quality control when it came out in 1979. There was an episode that was so catastrophically bad, they didn't release it stateside. And if you look up Awful Gundam animation or Awful Gundam cells or stills, you'll find so many from that episode. Let's go like this. I want to say it was 29? It's episode 15. Okay, I actually need to order the hardbacks for myself as well, Raver. I keep thinking about it, I keep meaning to, and I just never get around to it. We're not going to cut out all the loose fingers. Not right now. We're going to sand down what we have first. Slide in a little bit, bump my desk, shake the camera. Make sure we don't lose this flat edge here. I haven't heard anything about IBO getting a sequel, and it wouldn't make sense for them to do a sequel, I don't think. For the same reason I mentioned before, right? You know, leaving some mystery is good. You'd have to drop what you're referring to. If you want to pop into the Discord and kind of give me some context, I'm definitely willing to take a look and see. Which one, Seth? Oh, Darling in the Franxx? That one is atrocious, and it's animated. Yeah, I have to be really careful with the white plastic on this model. It is pulling and gouging left and right, which means it's either old or just low quality. Gotcha, side story content. Raver, that's mean. Oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, you're talking about, there's 2 or 3 of these movies. It's like Guardians of Earth, Defenders of Space, Protectors of Galaxy or something. The mech itself was probably called like Phoenix King, and all of the mechs in that show are rips from other show. You have like things from Mazinger. There's Autobots in there at some point. It. Yes, we'll do a watch party for that, Seth. I will absolutely hit you up. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. It has like a 5-minute outro playing all the scenes that happen just before the end of the movie. At the end, just again. It's feral. I watched Al Noah Zira's season 1 when we had no idea if we were getting a season 2, and I really liked it. But I was very new in the grand scheme of things to mecha anime at the time, so I don't know that I have like a fully formed opinion on it right now. I'll probably do a rewatch once I finish catching up on my Gundam shows. Finish rewatching Wing. Finally force myself to watch Zeta and Seed. Sit down and watch 0080 War in the Pocket. Watch Stardust Memories. There's so much I need to watch. Those are some batshit insane names you're listing off there, Ake. I've heard of Escaflowne. I haven't heard of Rexifon. But these sound like medications you get when your heart rate won't go down. Are you struggling from too much hype? Mecha kick-ass action scenes really got you on the seat of your edge? Talk to your doctor about Rexifon. Oh damn, do I need to watch Escaflowne now? Okay. Sorry for the silence, I don't want to mess up this piece of plastic here. I'm also constantly stuck thinking about food right now. I'm thinking pizza, boys and girls. Seth, you want to join me for some pizza? Just drive out here, bro. When I place my order tonight, I'll shoot you a pizza, and we'll pretend we don't live 800 miles away. 800, like 1500. 5-star stories I have not heard of either. You may be introducing me to a bunch of stuff tonight. I've heard of Knights and Magic. I watched a bit of it. No, I read a bunch of it way back when. I read everything that was out, but it was on hiatus at the time, so I need to check out the anime, I guess, for Knights and Magic. Escaflowne, Knights and Magic. 5-star stories. The Hyakushiki can be cool, depending on which one we're talking about. Because the Hyakushiki goes through some curious design choices. Ugh. Yeah, this plastic is so brittle. I'm not sure that I'm tracking Raver. What do you mean? Yo! Hey, Big O is cool as hell. Have you watched Gurren Lagann, Ake? Big O is like Phoenix Wright meets Batman meets mechs. And it absolutely slaps. But if you've never seen it, yeah, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is in my top 3, my god, I love this shows. Interesting, okay. Oh, I see what you mean, I see what you mean. No spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But Gurren Lagann hits you with emotional roller coasters left and right, both good and bad. And the mech designs are the stupidest, and I love them. Oh, you're good, boss. Trust me, I fully understand. I haven't done my rewatch of Gurren Lagann in some time now, but I do have the Blu-rays sitting on my desk, so... Not my desk, my bookshelf. So I need to crack that open finally and watch it properly in something besides 480p. Because my god, they've removed every decent quality source of it from every website everywhere. This section, there is... You guys can see. There's a little circle side piece here. And they've got a nub mark in the middle of that circle side piece, as well as a section sticking out. This is supposed to be here. I can't sand this down properly with my straight files. So we're going to go for some low surface area sanding. There we go. Small movements. Nice. We've got it flat. Can't hide the blemish, unfortunately, but some airbrushing will do that for us. It's typical tomato. Don't you love it when your favorite show is typical tomato? All your friends are like, my gosh, I haven't seen that one. You just gotta tell them to catch up. Damn. That hurt. Whew. I feel like you guys are making names up on some of these shows, though. Or a Battler Dubine. Same thing. Gotta sand down that little circle on the other side, too. Nice and precise. Sounds good, Raver. Okay, now I'm noticing that Nightbot isn't doing what it's supposed to. It hasn't fired off another message yet. I've been trying to fix it up, but I'm about to take Nightbot out back and put it down. That'll do. However, it's been half an hour. Drink some water. Whew. Surely he knew about the show, right, Seth? Surely. Just us in general, Raver. That's totally fine. You are not telling me that Attack on Titan is a mecha anime. I get what you're doing here. But I refuse to accept that. That is heathenistic. Damn. I must have slept wild, because my throat is killing me today. So you watched Evangelion. I'm assuming the original, right? Oh, actually, that's funny too. Okay, now. If they're presented as robots, then they're robots. Okay, so you watched the rebuild as well. How do you feel about Evangelion? Quick, everybody, pick sides. We're going to war no matter what happens here. I'm sorry for your loss. I couldn't make it through G-Savior. That movie's awful. The Build series is actually some of my favorite within the Gundam universes, so... Damn. Yeah, Evangelion sucks. And I want so badly to feel any other way about it. But the problem is that it's so angsty and then cut off in the most brutal way because of budget issues. You know, we know this is recorded. But the whole show could be prevented. I've said this before on stream and I'll say it again. If people would communicate. Hey Dad, I'm sad. Hey Shinji, I'm also sad. I miss your mom. Can we talk about it? Yeah, that sounds great, son. Whoa! No, that never happens. Not every plot can be prevented via communication. Every plot in Evangelion can be prevented via communication. Like, obviously, the angels thing is happening no matter what you do. But, like, just talk it out, damn. There's an acceptable level of, damn, I don't want to talk about this right now. And preventing the end of the world ain't the time. It's time to use your big boy words and put on your big boy pants and put on your Dora the Explorer backpack and go kick ass with words. I'm not even... No, we're not going into Disney territory. Disney stories are inane for the sake of being inane. We're talking about... Hey, look. Giant robots and angels and stuff exist. But let's get human for a second, talk person to person, and that just doesn't happen. I'm getting tired of this model rapidly because of these white parts. They're so predisposed to gouging, and there's not a lot I can do to prevent it, because it's pulling from so far within that nub. I got invited to judge for the Gundam Builder World Cup in my area. But I can't go. Because I have work. And if that's not fair, unfair rather, I don't know what is. That is a personal injustice. But also it works out because I feel really sad that I can't spare the time to complete a submission in time, so using it as motivation for next year. Hey look man, Berserk exists, but all I care about in the world is mechs. I also don't know anything about Berserk, so I can't comment. Don't even... Yo, Code Geass... No, man. I can't get into Code Geass because their eyes are watching me from 2 different sides of the screen at any given moment. I cannot stand that animation style. I think we're just in the cleanup phase now, folks. Lucia's toxic trait is war crimes, brother. Possibly. I've watched up until I think like the Lancelot appears for the first time and they're charging down a tunnel to prevent a hostage situation or something in some weird... I don't know how to describe the building, but it's across a bridge, underground, whatever. I don't know, I've fully lost track. The Dark Matter Exia is cool as hell, and it is the absolute favorite suit of one of my boys when I lived back in Arkansas. And now I need to reach out to him and see how he's doing. But he used that as his submission piece for our 2019 Gundam Builder World Cup. It was pretty sick. There's some really cool suits in the build series. Zaku Amazing, Star Build Strike, Dark Matter Exia, the Astray series, you know, the Sengoku Astray. Huge fan. Huge fan. Yes, 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 Ake. Giant robots with cloaks is one of my favorite things in the world. See the Exia Rebuild, or Exia Repair 2, rather. Yeah, the Sandrock. We need more giant cloaks on more robots. It's not useful by any means, but it's cool as hell. Crossbone Gundam. There's a cloak happening there too. My face, yes. Hi. I identify as a giant robot with a cloak on. That's both my gender and my sexuality. Orewa Gundam da. I want to be Setsuna now. I feel like I kept up with a bit of Breakblade, and the story went nowhere so fast that I absolutely stopped. Oh, I forgot. You posted Ore Battler. Ooh, you know what this reminds me of right away is Tenchi Muyo. The designs are a little different. Okay, I'll check out some of these. I'm sorry. Hey, can we talk about the fact that one of the first named characters is Marvel Frozen? And Keen Kiss and Todd Guinness. Shot weapon. Oh my god. By shot hate. I can't wipe my face off right now because they're covered with plastic and dust. Oh, that's so funny. I'll give it a watch at some point. The full cloth Gundam, the full cloth crossbone, words, is really, really cool, Raver. Oh, no, I mean, I've also watched Bo. I wish I hadn't. What a strange show. Also, for a long time, I missed up Bo. And, I'm forgetting the name right now. It is, a bunch of Ultraman-looking wrestlers. The name is somewhere in my head. Somebody's got to know what I'm talking about here. Help me out. They've got, like, the red mohawk. Ultimate Muscle, yes. That show's so much cooler than it has any right to be. I don't have enough, watching experience to give any sort of fleshed out opinion or feedback, but I remember watching it when I was much younger because, again, it'd show up here and there. Show's cool as heck. And now I'm thinking about all the shows that started and never got any legwork put into them. Relatable ache. Fully relatable. I've got the Virtue. I made a mistake, actually. I bought a Curios Master Grade at some point. Lost track of it in my stack of stuff in my brain. And then I also bought a Clear. Whoa, what the heck? What's going on here? Huh. Okay, I've never seen that happen before, and it's not overheating. I'll need to take a look at that. I need to get myself a a battery for this camera, just so we can prevent that from happening again. But part of the reason I've avoided one is to prevent overheating, because right now it's just running off of its charging cable. That's all I really need it for. There's one more of those tiny gnats in here somewhere. I saw them fly by just a moment ago. But yeah, so I ended up with two Curioses, one clear and one not, and I've built neither, which is part of the reason this stream started. I need to work through that backlog. And I really need to work through that Perfectibility unicorn behind me before my Perfect Grade Unleashed new Gundam shows up, because I don't know where I'm going to put it otherwise. I have too much stuff. And that's a first world problem. Okay. This part is positioned like so, I do believe. That doesn't seem right. There we go. Okay. Set that aside. We're gonna take this guy. I don't have a problem. I have a collection. Okay. This will slot in here like so. Interesting. There we go. Did I sand this? Halfway. Okay. Does everybody have a favorite mobile suit and or mech in general? And if so, what is it? And why? Tell me why. Tell me your secrets. I think I have a power fluctuation in the house right now because 2 of my lights just dimmed. They did say they were doing construction nearby today, so we're gonna bank on that being the case. Yes, I so badly want a K-truck, but the automobile industry in the States has outlawed them because they're big old babies. But the reason I'm building currently the Hazel, and the reason I have 3 or 4 iterations of this suit in Master Grade as well, is because I love big, chunky stuff. The Sinanju egg. So this will go here. This will go like this. The Sinanju is a pretty sick design, and I actually have a 1/35th scale bust in the model room as well that I want to build for it. That and the Zeta. That's a fantastic reason, Raver. The Banshee Norn is sick as hell. And you're a Leo, you should also love the Leo. Sandrock is also great. Ketchera Burba Winner is our favorite boy. He's such a good boy, but he's also willing to do war crimes, and we can respect that, right? We need J218 and a bunch of fingers. The Sandrock is really cool, though. I like the gimmick a lot for the Virtue, but not necessarily the Virtue's design. I don't know why I tossed that aside. We need that. I need 2 J213s and 1 15. We're gonna actually cut the back off last. Turn A is one of those shows that I tried to get into twice, and I don't think I made it through the first episode because the design is so impossibly strange. And by design, I mean like the art style of the whole show. And I'm generally not some sort of like, oh, it has to look like this, you know, I don't have an animation style, I'm not a purist, but Turn A really just doesn't do it for me, and that does make me sad. I made it farther into Reconquista in G than I did Turn A, and that's saying something, because that show sucks. What an incomprehensible mess to try and follow. Huge fan of the G-Self's design. I will never defend G-Reco. Show has no idea where it's at any given moment. Um, Seth, you should watch GQX. No, you shouldn't, because if you want to watch GQX, you need to watch or consume like a bunch of other information first. Damn. Yeah, that's absolutely fair, Ake. Ooh parts or, you know, Lost Tech is a lot of fun. If you want the exact opposite of Ketra at any given point, however, you should watch Iron-Blooded Orphans. Mikazuki. He's our little walking murder bot. I don't know. I think every depiction of the RX-78, you know, early on in the show is the best depiction of a Gundam, right? Because they fully freak out. I have some beef with Requiem for Vengeance. I didn't realize. Have you seen season 1 and 2, Seth? I lost track of where it was at. I need 15. Okay. And you've probably told me this before. Yeah, I mean, Gundam will never survive a real-world adaptation, right? I know they've been talking about doing it for... What are you doing, buddy? What's going on up there? You taking a nap? You done? It's been like an hour and a half. I mean, yeah, you're fully asleep, aren't you? You were just off. Okay. What's happening here? It can't be a timeout setting because I didn't change anything. Which means that this cable is either bad or loose somewhere. Okay. I will say, if that happens a third time, folks, I'm just going to call it there. Because, I'm not built out of patience. And I do need to figure out what's happening if it's not working properly. Because if it's powering down repeatedly, there's probably a reason for it. Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution was damaging to live-action anime for a very long time. Live-action adaptations, rather. Fuck. That movie sucked. It was really bad. He actually just made me retroactively sad for something I watched 15 years ago. Which is pretty impressive. Mika and Orga Raver are two of my favorite characters in any Gundam show of all time. Absolutely perfect. I mean, most of the IBO cast is fantastic. Sounds good, Raver. And then, Seth, do you want to do me a favor and just shoot? Actually, you know what? I'll DM you at some point, Raver, when we're both online, and I'll have to add you. So that I can hit you up whenever we run maps or something else and need some more bodies to fill it out. This is the part I need. Okay. Doesn't need a ton of cleanup because most of this is going to be hidden. Make sure that's good. Oh, it's not. Okay. A little bit more. Let's see this. Heck yeah. I love the fins so very much on the Sengoku Astray. They're so absurd. The Fenice Rinascita, though, will forever be, I think, one of my favorites from that show. Specifically because it's Riccardo Fellini's. And that boy is King Himbo. I may need to get a power tester too. See if my surge protector's goofing out and see if I need to buy an ups. But those are expensive. It's like $200 for a power supply. And then if they start dying while you're asleep, you get to listen to beep, beep, beep. Wakey, wakey, your stuff's dying. Okay. This part goes like this. Oh no, these all look exactly the same. Which one is 15? Oh, probably the curled one, huh? So 15 is going to go through the middle here, pointing upward. Pull that just a little bit tight. These two are going to tack onto the end here. Damn, that's going to be more visible than I thought it was. Let's clean that up real fast. When I was a wee lad, I was building the original Master Grade. No, not even Master Grade. I think it was just the original Epion. I think it only came in high grade at the time. And the whip, the heat whip that it came with, it's got a specific name. I think it's called the heat rod, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It broke. Part of it snapped. And I was with my grandmother at the time, and I lived in the spare bedroom, and I had free reign to pretty much do whatever I want as long as I was being responsible and a good child, which I was because I love my grandma. But I was 7 or 8, and I broke this, and I knew where the glue gun was. And I knew that glue fixed things when they were broken. Goodness gracious. So I wandered out into the kitchen in the middle of the night. Respect to Grandma, you were goddamn right. I wandered out into the kitchen in the middle of the night. Middle of the night. It's like 7:30. And I located the glue gun, and I plugged it in. And I tested it a little bit just to make sure it was all good. And then I, using the glue gun, glued my parts back together. I nailed it. In the process, however, I glued my left hand to the countertop. And I was already reaching up for the countertop. I, again, was 7 or 8. I was a wee lad. And I love my grandma, so I didn't want to wake her up if she was sleeping. Because I didn't really know what time it was at the time. But looking back, it couldn't have been that late. So I sat there very quietly, crying to myself in the kitchen with a hand glued to the countertop. Like this. For like an hour and a half. I will do my best to never break apart again. I can't go through that trauma twice. There's nobody to save me this time. And she came out for a cup of water and she saw me there and she laughed so hard. Oh, God. It's already warm in here and I'm laughing so hard I'm sweaty. That sucks. Nice. These parts slot together like that and then like that. We have to do one more part of it still. Should be able to knock that out as long as the camera plays ball. I'm going to nudge it too and make sure it stays awake here in case that's the issue. We'll determine if it's a timeout setting or something else. But yeah, no, absolutely glued my hand to the counter as a wee lad. And that's why I do my best to make sure that I never break parts. I mean, that is very specifically it, right? That's some deep-seated trauma. I also don't play with glue guns anymore. I just eat glue sticks. We're going to need J216. I think we're going to need all of this runner based on what's going on here. This is going to be a double cut because this is a lot of plastic here. I'm going to take it easy on this. What are you hawing, Seth? What's up? You sound like you have a question about something. I'm not tracking. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound right. Don't eat glue, kids. Anyway, we'll cut out those last. Set that aside. We need J214. Okay. And then we need one part from A as well. Okay, so we can cut the fingers out. We're not going to lose them. Because there's not much left to do. Smart man. You'll have to shoot me a DM on Discord and remind me what your preferred pizza place is near you. And then drop your address again just so I don't have to fish it back up because I'm lazy. So off of A1 we need part 3. There we go. Okay. The final stretch. The audacity of this little gnat. I don't know if you guys can see him buzzing around. He was just kind of circling this area. Yep, there he is. Buzz off, dude. You are not the star of the show here. Stop it! Brother in Christ. I am too, Raver. I asked him to spread the word because I don't have too many places I would drop this link myself. But I fully encourage anybody who's having a good time to kind of shoot it out to anybody you think might be interested. My goal here is not to go wild and become like, oh, you know, he's the new guy, right? But I like seeing people get interested in the community, and I think that Gundam is going through so much of a resurgence lately, but without enough of a cohesive community that I want people to have a place to chat and discuss and share. And, you know, from here we can link them to other resources if, you know, they're more appropriate, or share information about competitions, model building in general, whatever, right? So, help me, help you, help all of us. Spread the good word. Hell yeah. And that's exactly what it is, right? Little Nat, you get in my face one more time, I'm your protein dog, I will eat you. Probably on accident. I don't like bugs, but... Do you subscribe to the Church of Large Robot? This is the way. Praise be to Mecha Jesus. Aw, man. Get that part off there. That's all it takes for some of us, right? I think we need a little sign-off prayer. Somebody put it together for us. If thy parts be plastic, if thy glue be good, on the runner as it is on the model. Feed me now my daily plastic addiction. Okay, so it's actually really funny. You're actually not far off. There is a character colloquially known as Mecha Jesus in the Gundam universe. And that boy is Kira Yamato from the Gundam Seed series. That boy's built on plot armor. I think they also just call him like Yamato Jesus. That boy gets away with some real shit. I absolutely despise Seed. I need to finish it because there's some designs that I really like, and I heard the movie was really cool. I mean, Seth, if you're gonna watch it, hit me up, because I cannot stomach it alone. It's gonna be like brute force, just bludgeoning my way through it, if anything. You guys just want to chat with me while I finish this up? Tell me about your days. What's new in the world, you know? What kind of pizza am I getting? That's a good question. What kind of pizza am I getting? I mean, you get the side camera, right? Hello. Oops, sorry about that. Apologizing to my microphone like it has feelings. Maybe I should apologize though. I'm sorry, video camera. Turn back on, please. No? Okay. You are a stronger man than I am, Seth. Oh, you're not a stronger man than I am. You need help. Ooh, okay. Hey, teach me about words here, Raver. What is the run? I've seen chicken run, but I don't think that's the same thing, and I don't think your chickens are trying to escape an alien subplot. This is part 4. Okay, I see. Okay. But not like their little coop. So they have an indoor place to play and be chickens before they're consumed. Called the Run. Okay. Can you guys show me a picture at some point? I'm very curious. And I think I'm going to need to make a channel specifically called Stream Stuff. Give it the description. I know you don't know what's going on, but I swear this was relevant at one point. Nice. Also, in a couple weeks here, it should be about 2 weeks, this camera that you're seeing, that I'm using as a side angle for my sanding, will be posted up on a set of chain bases that the models will go on as they're being assembled. Hello again, little Nat. Are you the one that turned off my camera? Was it you? I'll get you. Dog, stop. You know what, it might be my hair product that I have in right now. It's probably coming to chow down. It smells a little sweet. Sand down this last part, and then I think we do some cleanup sanding and we're good to go. Because I don't have to worry so much about the overhead camera shaking, I can get a little more aggressive than usual with it. Sanding away. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I really need to add a couple more collections. Pause. Rewind. I need to add a couple more lo-fi mixes to my collection. Because I've listened through the ones that I have downloaded so far. And I think there are like 2 that I really, really prefer. So we need to spice it up with some more variety. But Lo-Fi Geek makes some good stuff. It's all free. And we love them for that. Sand, sand, sand. Why are you dead, camera? Why do you keep going to sleep, buddy? New viewers popping in like, wow, riveting stuff, huh? Do it, Raver. I need to do the same thing and show off, you know, things I've actually assembled. Because you guys haven't seen them yet. I'm just so darn lazy. That's like a whole weekend project. And granted, my weekend did just start, but I have some things planned this week, so... If I find out that D&D is canceled and I don't have to worry about a potential mess for this week, I will go ahead and start prepping stuff so that I can set them all up behind me somewhere. The light contrast on that camera is a little high. You can't really see those posters. I can fix that too. Two more fingers. I think I'm getting a manicure tomorrow too. That sounds kind of baller. I've been beating my hands up. Did you just discover this, Raver? Oh, do you live in Canada? Do you call it something else? I'm willing to bet that's what's happening here. Okay. Also, why do we call it the Midwest? What a stupid name for the Center East. Okay. That's fair. Did you just discover that you're in Central Standard though? Like I'm criminally curious now because that's really funny. There we go. Sand the back of this finger. Nice. Ooh, I'm speeding up now because I'm really excited to go wash my hands and then place an order for pizza. Me hungry. Okay. So this is this one. Finger 15 should be this guy. He goes in upside down. That's fair. Hey, and fully relatable. You're like, oh my god, same. Yeah, I'm currently positioned in Nebraska for work. It's not the most exciting place ever, I'll tell you that. The fact that their football team is named after corn is crazy. Sand this down a little bit. Polish that up. Take this. Oh, you know what? I need to attach these. Oh, lucky us, but also unlucky us. I don't think I've done anything in Iowa besides traveling across the bridge for the Mid-America Center. I'm holding on to this, and I've fully forgotten why. There we go. This goes in like that. That slots in right there. I said the slot's in right there. Come on. There we go. That's both sides of that done. And this will go into this part here. These will slap together. This will slide in there. And this will slide in there. These will slot together like so. Bonus arms. Oh my goodness, come on. What a tricky thing to manipulate. Come on, get those fingers out there. Open for me! Wow, you really don't want to, huh? Okay, well. So, side camera, right? You have little bonus hands down here. Coming off of the waist. Why? This model is so funny. But damn if that's not a great stopping point. And I'll get better pictures later. You guys will get a zoomed in view next time around. Once I've determined exactly what's happening with this camera. Sorry for folks watching the VOD. What a mess. Thanks for hanging out. Basically, yeah, it's... Hey, you've ended up in close combat and you need more ammunition, or you need another beam saber retrieved from somewhere and your arms are occupied and you're already shooting. They just fetch it out. It's kind of a funny thing. Also, yeah, I mean, sometimes you have bonus manipulators that you'll see in, like, Gundam Unicorn, where they come out of, you know, hidden slots, and then it's like, okay, I'm now holding your arms and your legs, I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's good fun. Willing to buy bonus arms. Thank you. Secret beam shank arms. Yeah, 100%. Okay. I'm gonna get pizza. You should too. Thank you guys for joining. In Mecha Jesus we believe. Praise be to Big Robot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. 6 p.m. Central. I'm already asleep. Consume pizza. Thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night.